This is not a sports show. And this is the Tamara Radio.
Let's start the show.
Howdy.
Welcome back to This Is Not a Sports Show.
Welcome, episode 5?
Five.
Wow.
My fourth. We've
fourth.
Officially changed things up after last week.
Yeah,
Tom.
great to have you back.
Oh, thank you, sir. You did a nice, fine little baseball episode last
Thank
week.
you.
Not really my alley, and I've been super fucking busy.
Yeah.
Between essays and just schoolwork and just like
Handing out condoms and lube. Oh, no, not handing out condoms and lube. Being a very good, just a good role model.
I'm a good role model
Yes,
with
all of
condoms
that.
and lube.
Who speaks appropriately.
Especially on this show.
Yeah.
I've actually crossed that border now, where my people in my work life know about this, so it's a little bit strange.
That's okay.
But shout outs to everyone in the RLS life. We're a real sports show now because we have pens and paper.
Yeah, this is fucking official.
That's what I'm really
That's
happy
why I
about.
wanted to start it with like that. Filing them a little bit. It's fucking March, baby.
Yeah, all you
up?
all you audio listeners, we're gonna paint a real soundscape for you.
That's our paper.
Anywho, yeah, it's March, so we're gonna fucking crazy NFL free agency. We're gonna talk about that in the show. We're gonna talk about my obesity later in the show.
Yep, coming up.
And but first, we're gonna start out with some genuine March Madness. I am not a college basketball fan. Let's preface this. Okay. This is why. We're recording this at fucking 4:20.
Nice. What's
4:20 on a Thursday afternoon, and basketball games have already started.
Basketball games have definitely started. I have not watched any of them. I have. Been some good ones so far.
Well,
I'm not going to say which ones, but when this comes out, first day, debatably best player in the country, his team against a different team. I don't want to give anything away.
I don't know what this means.
Good ending.
Steph Curry played?
Yes, and he did very well.
So I am gonna do a 2-minute March Madness bracket, and I'm gonna trust Tom as my guide for those 2 minutes, where you're gonna have to tell me every storyline.
I'll do my best. I am definitely a college basketball fan. I love it, as you can see. Shout out my Blue Devils. I also could do another mini episode explaining that I'm not a bandwagon Duke fan.
Well, I was gonna say
it's genuine.
I don't watch college basketball, but I can pick Duke if you want to make this easy.
That's true. No, but I've gone through the struggles with them. Shout out again to the Webs and the website for inspiring my love into the cult that is Duke basketball. I've got a timer on here. You all right?
Oh, the 2-minute timer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do a 2-minute timer. Jordan has to fill out his bracket in 2 minutes, and it's going to be entirely based off the advice I give him. I could choose to fuck you here, but...
Couple questions. Wait, before we officially start the clock.
Okay.
Saint Bonaventure. Is that a French school?
Not that I know of, but their name is the Bonnies.
I'm going to put an X beside those ones.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Some of these names are cut off, so luckily I know what they are, and I will let you know. But yeah, let's just go region by region. Don't tell me at all who you're picking, and then at the end of this, you just got to read me your final four. And from there, then I'll try to help you out a little bit.
All right. Wait 1 second. This at the bottom of the West.
Yes.
Lipscomb.
It's a school entirely dedicated to PhDs for getting cum on your lips.
Oh, I thought that was... I was so excited there was really a team of doctors for a second. I was going to take them all the way, but...
No.
This school does not have a specialty.
Maybe that would be Cincinnati. I heard they got a lot of doctors. Anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing else that's really going to help me here. I think I'm ready to go.
Okay, ready? We'll start with the South, and then we'll go this way.
Okay.
Counterclockwise.
College basketball in 2 minutes. Let the madness begin.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Virginia, one of the better teams overall in the country.
Better team overall. Okay, Final Four.
They're a 1 seed. They play really good defense, but they have struggled in the past to be well in the tournament. I'm already getting too in depth. Creighton is a team that usually can come in and do fairly well in the tournament, make some deep runs.
But Kansas State, that's Drake's team, right? No, that's not Kansas State.
It's
You're right.
Georgia
You're
State.
right.
From hell yeah, fucking right. So that's true. Kentucky, another team that's perennially really good. They started to peak in the last few weeks heading into the tournament, but have lost some shitty games. Davidson is also red hot, and that's where Steph Curry went. So, I mean, take that into account. Arizona was investigated by the FBI. That was fun. Apparently, they were getting wiretapped.
Okay, official bad boys.
Pretty much none of it was true, and they've got probably the best big man in the country. He's like a bigger version of Shaq, if you can imagine that.
Oh, fuck. I already picked Buffalo.
Miami.
All right,
you can't tell me your picks.
All right, I think we're running out of time.
We're almost halfway there. We're not even through one region. We might just have to fuck the timer and just see how quickly we can still get through this. Let's see. Miami, that's in Florida. Beautiful place. Another ACC team. They're not too bad. ACC is a good conference. Tennessee, that game definitely has already happened, so I know what happened. Maybe pick Tennessee. Nevada and Texas. Texas has been really streaky, but they have this guy named Mo Bamba. It's just a cool name, and he's also pretty good, but Nevada is seated a bit higher. Couldn't tell you shit about them. Haven't really seen them play. Cincinnati, a lot of dark fellas. They play some very good defense. Georgia State is Drake's team because he had an ex. All his exes go to Texas like they're Georgia State, or they go to Georgia State is the line. So yeah, I mean, tell me when you're done with this. You're just going down the list.
I'm just going. Yeah. Keep going.
Xavier, probably the shittiest one seed in the entire tournament. May not make it that far, but they are pretty good. Mizzou has this guy who's also supposed to be very good. Just came back from injury. We'll see how good he might be. Ohio State has been like kind of up and down. They've lost to some bad teams, also beaten some pretty good teams. Ohio, as I just said, South Dakota State could upset them. May happen. Gonzaga has a very good past history in the tournament.
Okay.
That's the end of our official 2 minutes, and it doesn't look like you're even close to done. So we'll just keep on, we'll keep rolling.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this break because I'll show you my this half of the bracket. I have this half complete.
Okay.
So on this side, I heard something early about Virginia. You said they're the best team in basketball. So
debatable. Well, Villanova, I think, was. I forget who finished at number 1.
Doesn't matter. I had them losing to Kansas in the second round anyway.
Fair enough. Okay.
I got Davidson over Kentucky for no reason other than Steph Curry.
Yep.
And then I took my Buffalo boys over Arizona because
right, you live near Buffalo.
I live near Buffalo.
That makes sense.
I respect the people of Buffalo.
Yep.
I took Loyola Chicago because it's fun to say.
Yep.
I also forgot to say that I had Davidson beating Buffalo.
Okay. Whoa, really turning on your Buffalo boys quickly.
Pretty quickly.
No loyalty at all.
Then I have Davidson doing it again strictly because of the Steph Curry Illuminati.
Okay.
And that'll make for some great Bleacher Report posts later in the tournament.
With some fire emojis,
when
probably.
He's sitting courtside, of course. Then we had Tennessee versus a team I scratched out, so I guess I chose Tennessee. I'm going to take Loyola Chicago over them.
Big, that's bold. I like the amount of upsets early. Keep going.
I wasn't aware. I took Texas over whoever they're playing, Cincinnati. Or no, they're playing Georgia.
Nevada.
Yeah, because Texas is just a good sports place. Right?
Everything's bigger there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I had them versus Georgia. I had the big Texas winning again.
Okay.
Loyola Chicago gonna beat Texas. Then Loyola Chicago versus Davidson is the what do you call that round?
That would be where you at. That's the Elite 8.
Oh, okay. So I got the Loyola. I'm sure that's not entertaining at all.
No.
Then we had Xavier versus Texas Southern because I like Xavier because he can X them.
Yep.
I had Missouri over Florida State.
All right.
No reason.
Okay.
I should have taken Florida State. What's the genuine consensus there?
That's a very close matchup.
Has that happened? By the way, have we passed any games that have happened?
Yes.
Do I have any of them right?
No, not so far. Who'd you have in Gonzaga UNCG?
Oh, I had Gonzaga.
Okay, good choice. That one, you're right. So you're one for well, actually, a lot of these haven't happened yet, so we really don't know. But
so Gonzaga,
you have one right.
Gonzaga basketball school. I know that much. They're good at that.
Yeah,
so I took Gonzaga. But I have them playing Ohio State in the next round, and I got to give love to my Ohio State boys.
Okay.
So then the Ohio State boys played Xavier. Ohio State wins.
Nice.
Basically breaking the West down into Houston once again, just cities that seem cooler than the other ones. So I'm a big Houston, Texas. That
okay. Did you have North Carolina winning?
Where did they play? No, I took Lipscomb.
Oh, right. They're
I'm a
coming
big
around
Lipscomb guy.
Yeah.
But I had
They
Lipscomb
could be your team now.
losing to Texas A&M.
Okay.
Because I got to show support to Johnny comeback season. But then I had Houston winning because they're cooler once again.
Yeah, right.
So.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
But then Ohio State beats them.
Nice. Good game.
Ohio
Close
State,
game.
so that's my Final Four then, right? That's a team?
That Ohio State's in your Final Four. Yes.
Ohio State and... Oh, do I turn on Loyola Chicago or Davidson? Two beautiful stories.
You've supported both of these teams for the past 3 minutes.
These two narratives I've created are both so intriguing. I'm going to give it to Davidson once again because of the Steph Curry Illuminati.
Yep, okay.
And that's my half the bracket.
You know what? I honestly think maybe we should just, during our break, we'll have you fill out the rest because you can take a little more time, and then we'll come back with the other two Final Four teams, explain how you got there.
Fair.
If that works for you. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's pretty funny we gave ourselves 2 minutes.
No, yeah, that
you
would have proved a lot harder than I thought.
We thought that would be very doable.
But sometimes it's your gut that you need to follow, so.
Yeah, we should have just tested it a little bit more. But, okay, so we'll come back to that. I like your pick so far.
And this is, we structure it this way.
You're really showing your brains.
You tune into the rest of the program, so you find out.
Right. Yeah, stay tuned for Jordan's...
Now we're going to move on to a different kind of madness. The madness that is childhood obesity.
Yes, tell us more about that.
This week, if you've noticed, it's been a couple weeks since I've been back on the program. We missed a challenge last time. We still haven't recorded a basketball challenge.
No, yeah, I lost.
But we're pushing this challenge. This is going to be our first ever month-long challenge.
Put some cool voice effect on like the
month-long.
Yeah.
First ever. Yeah. And then it's the March Fatness Weight Loss Challenge.
Okay.
Sponsored by Pepsi.
Nice. Are they on board?
Sorry?
Are they on board officially?
Yes.
Okay.
Pepsi Zero.
Drink Pepsi.
And it's pretty much this is how we're gonna do it. I'm a fat piece of shit.
Oh.
And
Go hard on yourself.
It's true. Like if you're watching the video podcast, you probably already tell. I dress like a chubby, like a jolly fat man. Like my wardrobe reflects. They say dress for the job you want. Like
yes.
I got these like fun striped sweaters.
You have lots of. I was gonna say your sweater collection is dazzling.
It's very like he's all right. He wears jerseys, a lot of loose, free flowing clothing.
Okay.
But now I've noticed that I'm pushing it. I'm getting.
I wouldn't say so. I think you look great.
Not necessarily in this shirt, but I've noticed is I've got like that fat guy. You see some skin in this area, It's like there's movement. Their shirt comes up, and you're like, we didn't want to see that.
Question: would you say you have a dad bod? Or have you surpassed the dad bod?
I've surpassed the dad bod. I actually
dad bods were in for a while. They're like sexy for a bit.
I had one for a period, and then I just pushed it too far.
I think
like most
that,
dads
though.
actually.
But you probably had the dad bod in and around the time it was a trend, and you said, "I don't follow trends. I'm my own man," and you forged through that. And you know what? I respect that.
That's true. Yeah, it's really just come in the last year of university. Just the tremendous amount of alcohol.
Freshman 18, freshman 20.
The first 2 years, 35, I've been calling it. It's got a bit of a ring to it.
That could be a new thing.
But it's not like... Okay, so here's the thing. The reason we're doing a weight loss challenge is because I've been able to do that, and I don't think I've fully explained this to you, is I have a competitive side to me, and I've been able to lose like 40 pounds in a month before.
Jesus, that almost isn't... Would you not eat?
Yeah, ate like 1,000 calories a day.
And just wore like a sweatsuit all the time and sat in saunas?
Ran for like an hour every day and like just...
Well, that's great.
Yeah, but it's so fucking temporary, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I just starve myself and make myself feel like a piece of shit.
And then you just get like a month-long cheat day?
Yeah, well then I get a 2-year cheat day, I first did one of these challenges like 2 years ago against my dad. Crushed him.
Nice.
Then I did one this summer against my buddy. Lost like 25, 30 pounds, I think it was.
Wow.
And then the next morning, I'm not saying lunch, morning, after the weigh-in, immediately went to Burger King. Whopper Wednesday, baby. Got 2 of those bad boys.
For breakfast?
For breakfast.
That sounds delicious.
See, this is the type of garbage human I am. And this is why we're trying to get past that.
And this is where March Fatness will help you out. So, and this is going to be just for you. I, as you can probably tell, don't really need to lose any more weight.
Yeah.
I am doing okay. You are going to lose you're going to set a challenge of how many pounds you hope to lose, correct?
Yes.
And how many pounds is that?
Okay, so the number we're doing is, I know I literally just bragged about being able to lose 40.
Yep.
That was once.
Okay. That doesn't sound healthy. I don't think I
It
want
wasn't.
you to lose 40
And I'm
pounds.
trying to do it a healthy way this
Yeah.
time. So my goal is 20 pounds.
Okay.
And we're doing this to a month. So today is the 15th. We're going to tune back in on April 15th. Hopefully have a couple of weigh-in podcasts in the middle.
Yep. Even just a couple weigh-in videos or something.
You know, track the progress. And 20 pounds. And I think what we're going to do is we've agreed upon an over-under system.
Yes.
If I lose less than 20 pounds, however many pounds I was short is the amount of drinks I have to drink on the celebration episode.
Yes.
Because we're going to do after this month-long challenge, we're going to do our first drinking episode.
There will be a drinking celebration extravaganza blowout episode, I think might be our new official title.
It's going to be a fun one.
Friends and family will be here. We'll probably have a red carpet somewhere.
We're going to do a lot of press for the event.
Live studio audience. Maybe we'll get Zach and Clay in behind the camera just watching and drinking with us.
Yeah, but so we're going to do, and this isn't like, 2 drinks. You're going to drink 2 beers in the show. These are shots or shotguns.
Yep.
And
aggressive.
And they have to come at the request of the winner at any point in the podcast.
Okay, I like that.
So like if I win and you owe me 3 drinks at any point, I can be like shot,
Yeah.
or I can like hold them,
Space
save
them out
them.
a bit. Okay.
So that'll be celebrated on April 15th, the drinking show.
2018.
2018.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. March Madness will be over. March Fatness will be over.
Yep.
And
we will have 2 champions. And even 3. There'll be you yourself, because you'll be a champion for trying. We're a positive podcast. There will be a March Madness basketball sports champion, and then an actual champion of this challenge, which could be you. So you could be 2 champions.
I could be a 2-time champ.
Yeah,
as they say.
That'd be a good month for you.
Yeah.
And then so I think you briefly brought it up, but just to clarify, so if you're short, however many pounds you're short, that's how many you drink.
Yeah.
And then, however, say you lose like 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I then have to have 5 drinks, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down for that. I really hope you win. I'll get really aggressively drunk for the sake of the show and of your health.
Well, that's the thing. I might push it to this obese or this power level of starving myself, where if I like realize like, hey, if I just like don't eat for 3 days, maybe Tom will make an ass of himself online.
That's true. I might start crying. Maybe call like a girl or something on here.
But if I also don't eat for 3 days, I will also get equally as fucked up on this podcast.
True.
So either way, it's going to be a fun time. And all of this comes because of, if you follow me, you know I posted at the beginning of the year.
I've got it right here, in fact, yes.
We'll post this on. It's just...
The day is January 9th. It was a cold January day in the location of fuck yeah, as you've got it.
I was motivated for about 10 seconds.
Jordan posted a screenshot of a note on his phone that were his New Year's resolutions. I'm just going to go through them. You just give me a quickie. Some of them could still be in progress.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you an update about how we're doing.
So number 1, read at least 12 books. How's that going?
Okay, 12 books. I'm 2.2 books in.
That's pretty good. That's actually much better than I was expecting.
Yeah, the thing is the whole thing about this is I post this, so I would have people like, hold me accountable to a bit.
Yep.
And I do have one friend, shout out John Matta, who's always asking me, because it's actually kind of an asshole. He's like, you're not going to read 12 books. How many books have you read? So because of him, I've been kind of on top of that, but also like read the first book. I've read the Norm Macdonald book he put out 2 years ago or whatever.
Okay.
Tremendous.
It's like a biography?
It's like it started as a memoir, but then he realized that he's like, I don't want to write a memoir, so he kind of wrote like a book, like half truth about his life type thing. And that was super great. The second book might be a little asterisk beside it. Was Winnie the Pooh. Now, it was a
book's a book.
It was a collection. I mean, this was 130 pages or something.
Okay, that's a book.
But it was of children's stories.
How many pictures were there?
Adorable. There's a couple little illustrations.
That's a book. And have you started a new one?
Catch 22. Catch 22. It's a clever little novel about World War II.
Oh, it's called Catch 22. I thought you were about to present me with a Catch 22.
Oh no, that's the thing. That's actually where the phrase comes from.
Well, that's a fun titled book. Okay, so we'll check back in with that one, but you're kind of on track. And honestly, I think the summer will help you out. I don't read much until the summer, and I don't like. I'm trying to read a book right now. It's like 700 some pages. It's a Bill Simmons basketball book. It's tremendous so far. I'm only like 100 pages in, and so it's like a fraction of it. But I just find it so hard to do when I have other things to read, like for school and stuff. Anyway, I don't want to talk about school. Number 2, write every day. How's that going?
Oh, this is the biggest one where I'm just a pretentious asshole.
Okay.
So this whole post is just me putting myself out in front of people, and I totally understand any hate or any form of reading this and being like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Because who says shit like this? Who has time to write every day?
I mean, I write down my name and like notes and do like class, but that's kind of writing. But,
Writing every
that
day
doesn't count.
You know. To be honest though, if we're gonna go with consecutive, from when this was posted, that was the consecutive one I did for the most days in a row. I did for like a nice week. I kept like a log of just like different notes on like I write different like creative things and whatnot.
Yep.
And
ideas even.
Just shit like that. And I was doing that. It was fun. But goddamn, no.
Well, I would like to raise a point. You said you did it for like a week. I think if you do a New Year's resolution for at least a week, you've accomplished it, because that's the average of New Year's resolutions. I think could be anywhere from like a couple hours to like 4 days. So you probably eclipsed that. You know what? Keep working on it. You got time.
We'll come back to that.
Number 3, visit a new country.
Have not done that, but
that one's hard though.
It's,
while you're in school, you've been to America, I imagine, right?
No, not since 2018 has been a lonely Canadian year, but I have been to America before.
Okay.
But I do have tickets aren't purchased, but I do have plans to be in Ireland in August.
Right.
So,
you tell me about that. So that's okay.
That's kind of covered.
That's on the horizon.
It's on the horizon.
Fair. All right. We'll really quickly skip over this one. Go to the gym 5 times a week. Eat better.
First of all, once again, pretentious asshole. 5 times a week. I know I'm not going to do that, but I should.
Yeah.
We went to the gym like 3 times in a row, and I thought that was it. I was like, all right,
I'm
fit now.
Yeah.
And then we just never did. I'm sure you probably did. You probably, after a couple times of me like being like, you're probably like, well, this guy's useless, and just do your own thing now.
I kept trying to bring you back in the next few days, and you're like, the next day. And usually they were legitimate reasons, but...
Might have been, might not have been. Don't remember.
I'm also fell out of it. I'm slowly getting back into the habit, but shout out to the Peter North Stars, my intramural hockey team, for keeping me in somewhat cardio shape.
I'm a free agent if any team, not just you, any team's out there is looking for me.
Multi-sport athlete. Okay, we'll quickly rip through the last
Long
few
body.
here.
That's the scouting report.
Have you filmed something yet? That's also on here.
We've been filming this.
There you go.
Step up.
You're crushing it then. Fuck. Record and mix more audio. You helped do a lot of the audio for this show.
Do the audio for the show.
You're doing good. So. And you did our radio class.
Well, actually, shout out to Adam. Adam produced those.
He did produce those. Shout out to Adam. But you had to do your own project when we had to do the station IDs. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's a technicality. I'm trying to help you.
This is. I don't remember school.
Be a better friend. I would say.
Oh, this is the biggest asshole. Like, punch me in the face right now.
I think.
How dare I say that?
You've been a good friend.
Be a better friend. I'm a garbage person.
That's a
just for
that is a
that.
lifetime. That's a lifetime goal.
That one will haunt me.
Okay,
that one will haunt
this
me.
one, I don't know if you're gonna count it. Have a mustache in a month that's not November.
Okay, so this one is one I've tried to attempt to tackle. I don't know if we can zoom in here, but
I think you have. Didn't you have one last month at some point?
No, I had a mustache last week.
And
it's coming, but it's already coming back. So I need to, shave and keep it. I like that look, like the mustache.
Oh, yes.
And then like the peppered, like
a
little bit of definition in the 5 o'clock shadow, but then it's hard to maintain that level.
Yep. It was almost a week ago today because it was us when we were going to that career day thing.
Yes,
which we didn't get careers out of it. But
we went to a career fair, and I decided it would be a genius idea to shave a mustache for it.
To look like you were there to pick up someone's child.
Yeah, I thought pick up someone's child and like run, like not like my son's here, like is your son here? Where is he?
So that's all of them, but so you're doing okay.
I'm doing okay.
Doing worse. I like that you set multiple so that you can't totally fail. I set 1. I set 2, and they were to work. Actually, kind of 3. Work out more, eat a lot healthier, and try to read a bit more. And just, know what's going on around the world a little bit better. And I ate like 2 packs of Pop-Tarts before bed last night. I've slowly been going back to the gym, but hasn't been terrific by any means. And, the reading thing, it's very so-so. So, you know what? It's an ongoing battle for both of us, my friend. I'm proud of where you come and look forward to you losing your fatness.
Well, we don't have an official weigh-in because this house of athletes doesn't have a scale.
We're not, because it's just a number.
You guys
we don't
care about body image, apparently.
Fitness is a mindset, not a number.
Well,
Mr. C.
I will come at you with a weigh-in before the next program. I'll film it and then we'll air it on the next show so we can compare.
Yep.
Do we have a? I'd like to hear a prediction. You're obviously gonna be super nice, but long body coming in at 6'3" and 4/5.
6'3", 4/5. I'm gonna say 235.
That is way under. That's my goal weight.
Really?
Yeah.
240? No, that's still 252.
When I weighed in,
$1, Bob.
All right. When I weighed in for my weight loss challenge this summer, I weighed 250, got down to 220.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm gonna say that right now I'm at least 250, 260.
Okay. Okay. So you can get down to 230. I'm confident that I'll lose this, and I'll be happy to lose it. And I hope I lose by a lot, because if I'm just drinking like a few drinks on this, I want to be intoxicated.
You want to give the people a show.
Yeah, if it's the blowout celebration extravaganza, let's give them a fucking extravaganza. Let's let our studio audience really, get their money's worth in.
Yeah, fucking. It's gonna be a celebration. April 15th.
2018. Look forward to it.
The Untitled Extravaganza Drinking Show something.
Sweet. Sponsored by Pepsi. Yeah, that's the March Fatness Challenge. We'll take a quick break, come right back, do some free agency.
NFL free agency, and some other things.
Stay tuned.
Back on This Is Not a Sports Show, and I now have a Final Four.
I don't know where my bracket went. It was blank. It doesn't matter.
They have a blank bracket right there.
Oh, it's right there.
So I've now have a Final Four. I've finished out the second half.
Let's hear it.
We had Davidson and Ohio State coming out of the left.
Yep.
Do the sides have names?
The South. Well, no, not the sides.
No. Okay.
Just the regions.
So Davidson coming out of the South. Ohio State coming out of the West. Radford, because they're radical, coming out of the
Which
East.
is highlighted by a huge upset over Villanova.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware that Villanova is a bit of a basketball school.
A 116 has never happened, but fuck, will you be a smart man if this does come true? And I like your reasoning.
They are radical.
Yeah.
And then out of the Midwest,
Yep.
another team close to home for me, the NC State. I took NC State.
What's that close to home?
It's just, I don't know. For some reason, my dad likes them, and that's kind of passed down. Oh, and the fact that Niagara College showed up well into Ontario.
Is NC.
Is NC, so we've always said, like the locals, you're going NC State, moving on up.
I love that.
Shout outs to everyone at NC State right now.
So that would mean NC State would likely go through Kansas and then probably either Clemson, I'm going to guess, maybe Auburn.
I actually had them beating Kansas, then Clemson.
Yep.
And then on the other side, I had Syracuse facing Bucknell and then beating them. And then Duke.
Bold.
That's a bold one. I just thought Syracuse, Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, they won their way into the tournament. They had to win like a play-in game.
Okay.
And I don't know how well they do. Bucknell, I meant bold on Bucknell beating Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
I would probably bet myself becoming a millionaire before that would happen. But anyway, this is your bracket, man. That's the beauty of March. You can make your own bracket,
and then
no one can say shit.
Duke, they did their thing. They won a few games, but they can't handle NC State.
Okay.
So now that I have
I think they lost actually to NC State this year, so that might be a fair assessment.
So now that I have my Final Four here, I want now if this were to happen,
yeah,
where do you think we're going from here? Davidson, Ohio State. Who?
I'm going to take Ohio State.
Okay. We're going to end the Curry Illuminati.
Yeah, they're eliminated, unfortunately, because you can't ever let the Illuminati win.
Then we got NC State versus Radford. And now...
Radford is pretty rad, as you've pointed out, but NC State, you know what? Maybe just go NC State and just stay close to home.
You know what? I feel like they have a genuine chance as a to play basketball.
Okay.
I've never seen Radford play basketball. So I'm going to have to take NC State.
NC State has in the past done all right for themselves.
And like every other March Madness bracket I've filled out since I was in grade 9, Ohio State is my national champion.
Would you say you're an Ohio State fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've never, like I said, I've never been a really big college basketball fan,
Yep.
but college football Ohio State fan. So yeah.
And that's a really good tactic of being like our school's good at football, so we're just gonna pick them, and then that way when they lose, it's like, well, if this was football, we would be beating any other team here. So
that's what I like to say.
Very expert bracket, I must say.
We're gonna frame this one on the show.
We'll get something up there,
and we'll also revisit that in the celebration episode.
Yes, we'll see how you did. Imagine if that could be like a little bonus over under. If we did every one you got wrong, we might get alcohol poisoning, but we could do for whoever wins or loses, the additional add-on is how many you got right. And that's those are extra drinks.
However many drinks I got right, okay, that's probably not many, so that's all right. That's probably fair.
We can add that in.
That'll be deadly, but we'll work something out around that for sure. NFL free agency. That's what else we got to talk about.
Shit's been fucking wild.
This is the fucking craziest shakeup from year to year that we've seen probably ever.
Yeah, I'm not a real big football guy, especially not in the off season. I love watching it during the year because I think it's a really fun sport to watch, although it is getting kind of fucking boring.
It's America's game.
It's just so many goddamn commercials. God, fuck. But, no, there's a lot going on, especially compared to, like, the MLB offseason where pretty much nothing fucking at all happened until, like, a few weeks ago. It's been fun to follow. And, like, it's names, like, I know. Usually, like, off-season free agency is, like, tackles and guards and people getting shifted around. And I'm like, this doesn't do anything. But,
this team made a signing. I don't know if I should care or not.
Yeah, like Kirk Cousins, man.
Was this guy a first-round pick or was this guy an undrafted free agent? I'm not sure. But
Kirk Cousins is getting fucking paid.
Kirk Cousins is getting paid.
And it's fully guaranteed. I would like to know if that's ever happened before.
I don't think, from everything that I've heard, this is like the first fully guaranteed contract of this caliber, at least. Like, there may have been
$86 million.
1 year fully guaranteed contracts, but this is a 3-year fully guaranteed $84 million contract.
If he, call prayers, this doesn't actually happen, knock on wood, but if he went out and, was paralyzed and at the first snap of his first game, he will still get 86 mil?
I believe so. I believe so, yeah.
And this is for a guy, he's like a sub 500 career quarterback. He's put up, plus 4,000 yards in the last 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, which is very good. And he's got that just launched him into being elite, I would say. But he's played in one playoff game and he lost it. And they're like, let's fucking guarantee this guy $86 million.
There's a lot of varied opinions on Kirk Cousins as a football player and whether or not he's worth that franchise quarterback tag. I wanted the Browns to go all in on him. I don't like this contract, but I was like, the Browns have a lot of free or cap space, and I thought that they could make a push, and I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to make a push.
Okay.
Because he's got a tremendously high completion percentage. He's got a win. He does screw up sometimes in the big moment. He's not perfect, but he does have he's a football player. He's got that winning attitude. He's kind of weird, but that's because he's kind of just always been literally football is all the guy cares about.
Yeah.
He's kind of fucking crazy that way. But I mean, that's something you want out of your franchise player.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a quarterback in Minnesota, Minnesota has just seemed like they've exploded, and they've obviously the Vikings fans have always been very passionate, but this year with having the miracle catch with Diggs and all that, seems like they're really just going to be expecting a lot. Yeah. So having a big football guy come in is probably a good idea.
That's the worst thing about they're not. I guess it's the expectations are literally Super Bowl or bust, and you got 3 years to do it. You have a really good team around you, and
he's got a really good receiving core now in Minnesota.
Yeah, he's got a good team around him, offensively and defensively. Yeah. Good coaches.
Yeah.
New
stadium.
New stadium.
That's nice.
New offensive coordinator in John DiFilippo. I don't think that I'm not guaranteeing they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't even think that they're necessarily going to, but I wouldn't be surprised. And
their odds jumped way up.
Yeah,
I forget what they are now.
He's people that are saying he's not a good quarterback. They're just I don't know, man. There's two approaches to the NFL building a team. It's quarterback first, then build around, then build out,
Yep.
or build the pocket to insert your quarterback into. And the Vikings have a perfect pocket to insert a quarterback into. And whether or not you think the guy's Tom Brady, we all know he should be able to fit that mold of a built team, you know, like so I don't see why if that is where if it comes in where if they don't win the Super Bowl, then it's really the only like it's they went to the end in that NFC Championship last year, like how much lower
back.
Yeah, you can't really go back. And you had 3 quarterbacks on your roster last year that have all like been starters.
And 2 of them have now left, right? Bradford.
3 of them have left.
They all. Case Keenum left too.
Case Keenum officially on the Broncos.
Oh.
So that's
Ooh,
what I'm
he
saying.
seems like he could fit in there. Last time I saw Case Keenum do an interview, he had a pretty dope mustache. I think
He's the sheriff, so
Yeah,
he fits in Denver for sure.
Just a quick follow up. Minnesota's Super Bowl odds are 11-1. The Patriots are favorites at 6-1.
I still got a little bit of Super Bowl betting money left. Maybe I'll throw a little bit on the Vikings.
That's not.
What are the Browns odds? Because that's what we need to transition to.
They are last. It's 125-1.
125-1. How much what if I put like $10 on that? I think
that's a fat.
That's 100. That's is that 11,000 in 2,500?
It's a lot of math, but maybe. You could also put a bet on for them just to win the AFC, and that is 60-1 odds. That's a little better.
Well, the Browns making tremendous waves.
Yes, tell me about your Browns.
My Browns have done a lot in the last 3-4 days, but I wanted to start this off with a tribute to Joe Thomas. A moment of silence and respect for the late great, even though he's not dead.
No,
Joe Thomas.
Okay.
From Charlie Fry to Deshaun Kaiser, you sat through 20 different starting quarterbacks, 25 different quarterbacks in total, 10,363 consecutive snaps.
That's fucking impressive. That is very impressive.
You know the big
Can I
thing
take my hand off my tit?
You can take your hand off. The big thing, the guy's been drafted 2007. He's been in the league for 11 years. He's made 10 out of 11 Pro Bowls. The only reason he didn't make last year's is because in a game I was lucky enough to attend.
Yep.
He just tore his tit off. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was something in his arm, not his tit, but it was this motion.
Yeah.
And he blew something and a ligament of some sort, and he's calling it quits now after a 10 only one after those 11 seasons, only one winning season. And it was his rookie year.
That sucks.
How dark is that?
That sucks. Like, you look back, you worked your whole life. And, I mean, because you can easily build both cases, right? You worked your whole life, you got there, you played for 11 years, you played over 10,000 snaps. That's very successful. You made a good amount of money. He can probably take care of himself and his family the rest of his life. Or you can look at it like, you worked your whole life to play for the fucking Browns, you never won a thing, and have nothing to show for your professional career except a nice jersey, some losing seasons, and how many like winless seasons did he have?
Only one. Okay. Ended this career on a winless season, and you're not making me feel very good, Tom.
I'm sorry, but I had to play devil's advocate, you know?
No, for sure.
But I can make you feel good. You guys have Tyrod Taylor and Jarvis Landry. That's fun.
The Browns have acquired Tyrod Taylor, Jarvis Landry, Demarius Randall, defensive back.
Okay.
T.J. Carey, another defensive back. Chris Hubbard, tackle, tight end, Darren Fells. Just basically a shit ton of people. Tyrod and Landry are the biggest names, obviously, two offensive impact makers. I know a lot of Bills fans. I've heard a bunch of mixed opinions on Tyrod, you know.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely a guy. He's immediate step up for us, for the fucking Browns.
Who was your finishing starter last year?
Deshaun Kaiser.
Oh, God. Yeah. Notre Dame.
And
is he gone now?
Yeah, he was traded to the Packers.
Okay.
So he's going to be the next Hall of Fame quarterback after Aaron Rodgers, and we're going to be proven wrong.
I kind of hope that happens now.
So, yeah, it's just a very strange time to be a Browns fan because we've lost Joe Thomas. This is literally like my fucking football life. Because I started watching in 2006, but it was like, I was like fucking 9. And then 2007 is the first year I really started watching. It's the year he was drafted.
Oh.
I remember Joe seeing you on your sailboat. He was fishing.
You grew up with him.
He was one of those guys who just doesn't go to the draft. He's just fishing.
Nice.
He's just like live in.
He doesn't give a
some
shit.
lake. He gets a call. Oh, thanks, guys. Fucking, yeah, and then that's...
I'm sorry for your loss.
And you know, when you grow up like me, like you playing offensive line, like you need a hero. You need someone to... It's not a sexy position, and so you need someone to be able to be like, he's a role model. He makes it cool, so he made it cool for me. And also, it was also the one person that I could, because the amount of times when I was a child and someone's like, the Browns don't have one good player, and I was like, actually, you probably don't know his name because he plays tackle, but we have one of the best players in the league that got us nothing. It's not his fault. Once again, Joe, I appreciate everything you've done. I hope you see this. Tremendous work. He's got a new podcast with Andrew Hawkins called the Tomahawk Podcast.
We should collab.
Joe
Thomas, if you hear this, we'd love to come on your show. That would definitely help our viewership. But fuck, if you ever want to come on down to Toronto, Ontario, we'd love to have you.
Yep.
Actually, I think I might have heard... I think I heard a sound clip of that podcast. They might have been talking about... it was a hilarious story about Josh Gordon. I don't know if you saw this. I think it was his podcast. And they were talking about... It's a story about Josh Gordon and how much him and... I think it was Brian Hoyer, how much they did not get along. Either Hoyer or Josh McCown. Both of those were Browns quarterbacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Josh McCown, they got along with, I believe. Hoyer had like a bit of problems in the locker room.
Who was the one there with Johnny Football?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It was Hoyer because Josh Gordon was a big Johnny Football fan.
Yeah.
But Hoyer started the fucking year like 6-4, and they pulled a fucking Bills and benched a quarterback with a winning record for Johnny fucking Football.
Anyway, but the story goes something like Hoyer comes down and sits down in like a team lounge beside JG while he's playing Madden, and he's playing as the Browns.
I know the story, yeah.
And he sits down, and Josh Gordon looks over, pauses the game, takes out Hoyer, and puts Johnny Football in and just keeps playing without saying a thing. That's pretty fucking awesome.
That was pretty fucking hilarious.
And you guys have draft picks. Two of them. You have 1 and 4?
1 and 4.
What are you going to do with those? 2
picks in the second round. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
Okay.
I just hope it's not Josh Allen. I know he's big and tall and looks good in the shorts.
Good hands.
I really hope it's not him. I like all the other quarterbacks. I'm not a big fan of Rosen as personality.
I really like Rosen. I think he's jokes.
Personality.
What? I think he's hilarious. He's like a very big bro.
Yeah, that's
maybe I'm too big a bro. Maybe this is a poor.
I just think he's not the right fit for the Browns.
Okay.
But I like the other guys. I like Saquon Barkley, but I feel like now that we've signed Carlos Hyde.
Guapo. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's another. Forgot to even throw that on the list. That's another addition. Browns got Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna wait on that. Probably grab Chubb or Fitzpatrick at 4. I know whoever we draft will be the wrong one. That's the only thing I know as a Browns fan.
You're not going to get too excited.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping in my own mind. I'm a Baker fan. I also like Sam Darnold, but
I could see them taking Sam Darnold.
But at the end of the day,
why. That just
I don't
seems
like
right.
he's got a weird motion. But I'm not an NFL scout. But having said that, I could have probably drafted better than the best GMs for the Browns for the last 10 years.
Fair enough.
But now they have a new guy in John Dorsey we trust. Fuck, man. Every time I talk about the Browns, I just get too worked up. So let's move on.
Okay.
Quick, just one last final salute to Joe. Thank you again for all your time and service. Charlie Fry to Deshaun Kaiser. It's a tremendous career. You played with a 28-year-old rookie, Brandon Weeden.
That's fucking old.
That was one of the quarterbacks from the time that Brandon Weeden got caught underneath the American flag that they brought out for the season opener. He got his awareness level was so low that he got caught midfield. And when they were bringing out the
he couldn't see a goddamn American flag.
No, he just had to duck and stay under it. Yeah, there was that. Then there was that time where where the against the Redskins, where they called a turnover and change of possession on a fumble that when Duke Johnson was standing beside the ref holding the ball, and then they're just like, no, the Redskins have it, and he's like, no, I do, and they just nope, move on. Yeah, Joe, you've seen a lot, and I've seen a lot with you. It's gonna be tough moving on, but
you'll be okay.
One way we can move on is by being reckless teenagers and getting drunk and going to music festivals.
Yes, it is.
And a bunch of those lineups.
Hashtag festival season. All the kids are getting fired up. This is also like March is a very optimistic time of the year. Baseball's about to start.
Yep.
We got March Madness on the telly.
Yep.
Thursday and Friday, like constant basketball. NBA playoffs are looming. Those are going to be fantastic. NHL playoffs are looming. That will be fantastic. The CFL is going to be kicking off sooner than later. Someone somewhere is excited about that.
Not Johnny Football.
And then on the, like, for other people, music festivals lineups are being announced left, right, and center. So we'll kind of stay more Canadian. I don't know how much.
Yeah, Canadian East Coast, I kind of figured is the ones we can focus on here.
Yeah, obviously, like the big ones, Coachella, Bonnaroo, which is in Tennessee.
Yes.
Those are bucket list ones for music fans, but for us and being realistic, I think we have to stick with some of the staples in our area. So that
Osheaga's a staple for Canadians. The
Blues Fest.
Blues Fest, Ottawa Blues Fest.
Yep.
The other big Canadian music festival staple obviously is Way Home, but that is not happening this year.
It's not?
No.
Why?
That's just a whole thing. There's
Oh,
no way Way Home 2018. It's on pause.
No way, Jose Home. Haha. That's weird. I did not know that.
No, yeah, that's a thing. And then I think it has something to do with the whole Live Nation concert ticket thing that's been happening over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But we also got Pitchfork Fest, which is happening in Chicago.
Okay.
As well as Lollapalooza happens in Chicago, but I don't think that lineup's been announced. And then we got the Mo Pop Fest happening in Detroit.
That one looks very good. And I don't know if that's going to get a ton of credit for how nice it is, but it's very good.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through Pitchfork Festival now because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's
Tame
tremendous.
Impala, Earl Sweatshirt. Oh, yeah, this is very good.
This is one.
Sid.
Honestly, this is the one that I think if I had to choose from all the ones.
Oh.
Because that's my question to you. Is out of all the ones that I have listed here, because if you go to the notes, the posters are listed.
Are they listed?
They are listed. Which one would you go to? Osheaga, Pitchfork Fest, the Mo Pop Fest, Panorama Fest in New York, or I threw in just for shits the Rock Fest in Montebello, because that is tremendously bad this year.
I have had Rockfest is the Canadian one, right?
Yeah.
I've had friends that have gone to Rockfest, and they said it is the most fun they've ever had at any live thing ever. It looked like the most drunken. Like it looked so much fun. It was an incredible time.
I've only heard good things too. I know a bunch of people who have went and I've heard really good things. Yeah. And I was like, this year I was like, fine, fuck it. This year we're doing it. We're going. We're camping.
Oh my god, dude, it would be terrific. Sum 41.
There's so many bad bands.
Sum 41. Godsmack. What's Godsmack's one song that I'm thinking of?
They got a few songs to be honest.
Oh, there's one that
a Whiskey Hangover. Godsmack. They got.
I Stand Alone.
I Stand Alone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. This episode officially brought to you by Godsmack.
Weezer's there. That would actually be dope. Tenacious D would be fantastic.
Tenacious D would be funny.
Jimmy Eat World wouldn't be that bad.
It's just, the thing is that, like, okay, you got to compare it to last year's lineup when there was, like, fucking Wu-Tang and Snoop Dogg and, like...
But that's not a rock fest.
Yeah,
if I'm going to a rock fest, I want to rock.
Okay, but
DJ Yella's going to be there. Why
like,
is he listed so low?
There was also last year bands like Pup and Converge, which are like
actual good rock bands.
Good metal and punk bands. Like, look at the weird shit you got on here. You got Clown of Slipknot. What kind of
one person?
Is he doing a DJ set, or is he the guy? I can't remember if Clown is the DJ or the guy who hits the fucking keg with a baseball bat, but I hope it's not that, because I couldn't do that for 45 minutes.
That's just funny that they were like, hey, Slipknot, want to come to our festival? And they're like, we're busy,
We'll
but Clown will be there. Same with NWA, they're sending DJ Yella. So I'm probably not picking Rockfest. Let's get that out of the way. Panorama, Weekend, Migos. I saw Migos at Blues Fest last year, and I was very intoxicated, so my memory of it is a bit fuzzy, but it was pretty much just them standing on the stage with their DJ hitting play on a laptop. Mm-hmm. I would maybe do it again, but it's, Daniel Caesar, Father John Misty.
Father John Misty, someone I've seen, but was a very good show. I would see it again.
Yeah.
But, definitely not someone I would ideally see at a festival.
What is Japanese breakfast?
Japanese breakfast. Glad you pointed that out, because Saturday is a great day for female musicians. Janet Jackson, SZA, Cardi B, Japanese breakfast, and Jay Sum.
So is Japanese breakfast one person?
Yeah.
It's a woman?
It's a woman who does her own thing. It's like a lo-fi indie pop type thing.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
And
That just Japanese breakfast just sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
Seeing the Killers would be sick. Oh, Rex is going as well.
Yeah, where's he on the bill?
He's on Sunday. But if I'm picking, am I just assuming that I get like a full pass, everything's paid for, or am I even?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that would be the assumption is that we're just going on lineup here.
Panorama, all right, Panorama's not bad. Detroit Mopop, it looks really good. Portugal the Man, Bon Iver, Vince Staples, Brockhampton, Daniel Caesar, Rex Orange County.
Home Shake
would be fun.
Jeff fucking Rosenstock, one of the most fun rock and roll men that are around these days.
That would be like, that's a pretty low key. That's up there. That would be very fun.
I'm the national. I'm considering turnover. I would consider hopping on a bus to Detroit for that one.
Speaking of hopping on buses, we might be heading to beautiful Buffalo for a nice Brockhampton show.
That's another concert coming up. Shout outs Brockhampton. We've talked about them on the show before.
Could be your third time. I would be my Brockhampton virginity, which I'm desperately trying to have them take.
If you're in Toronto and you're a Brockhampton fan, they've only blown up because they went from their first time they played Toronto, it was scheduled to be at the Mod Club. That got bumped up to the Danforth, and then last time they got bumped up to the Rebel. So they're only blowing up. You're only going to see them at bigger venues now.
Yeah.
But if you haven't had that opportunity yet, take the trip to Buffalo. It's like an hour and a half, 45-minute drive from here, and the venue they're playing at, Town Ballroom, is small, it's intimate,
nice.
It's going to be dope. So that's my suggestion, and I'm hoping we do that. That's
and you
happening.
Brought up a good point when we were just talking the other day, because Brockhampton's playing Osheaga and Blues Fest.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, shit, I'm just going to try to go to one of these festivals and see them. But you made a good point that a tour, like a show on a tour, that's singular, will be much better than seeing a festival set.
Yeah,
festival set will be much shorter.
They're always shorter, and they're always condensed to the audience of like, these people aren't here to see us.
They're here to see lots of other people. Yeah,
it's kind of like a little showcase set, and it's just always different. But and I really probably won't go to any of these festivals because I'm so goddamn broke.
That's
these
the other
days.
thing. They're so fucking expensive. Osheaga is probably.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Osheaga is probably what I would pick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really Osheaga's lineup is very good. You said you thought last year's was better.
I did.
I can't even really remember some of the people.
I can't remember either. I just remember having an initial better feeling. I remember Whitney was one band that was doing the what are these things called, festival tour circuit last year.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just a little underwhelmed in the headliners is all. I'm not a big Florence and the Machine fan.
I would get fired up for Dog Days Are Over, and then I'd probably
she's got good. Like they have good songs, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a Travis Scott fan.
I'm not either, but I'd like to see him live just to be like, I've seen Travis Scott, but there's not. I like him, but I'm not going crazy. Same with Ray Shremmerd, another two guys you'd like to see, sure, if you could, but.
Out of all like the main headliners, the three that are Travis Scott, Arctic Monkeys, and Florence and the Machine, Arctic Monkeys I'd like to see the most, but I'm still not a huge Arctic Monkeys fan.
Are you an Anderson .Paak fan?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If we're going to the second level of headliners, we actually have some good ones. We got Tyler the Creator, Anderson .Paak, and the Free Nationals, which is supposedly a better setup he's playing these days, because I believe you was telling me that who makes up the Free Nationals these days?
That might not have been me. Okay. I saw Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals last year at Blues Fest. It was cut short by rain, which sucked because it was on its way to being the best show I've ever been to. He commands a crowd like no one I have ever seen. I haven't seen like an overwhelming amount of concerts in my time. I hope to expand on that. But oh my god, he came out, and from the time he came out to the time he was forced to go off, like I have never seen a man draw everyone. His smile just fucking explodes across the scene.
That's dope. I can't remember. I think it might be an I think it was Daniel Caesar is one of the members that is like gonna be a part of his touring band.
Interesting.
I don't know. It won't be a thing that'll be on every date. But if Daniel Caesar playing a solo set at the festival, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a part of it.
And he is he?
I don't know.
Oh, there's too many guys.
Blondie. That was something that I thought was interesting. Is Blondie coming back and making an appearance at Osheaga?
I don't think he is. This is Daniel Caesar. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gold Link would be very fun to see. I'd like to see Gold Link a lot.
That would be cool.
But yeah, there's going to be some good festivals going on, some good tours also being announced.
Blood Orange is another good one.
Rex Orange County is going to be going on tour through Canada and the United States.
Yep.
Tickets go on sale Friday, but we're actually going to tell you viewers it's Monday because that will be the only applicable date by the time you see this video. And hopefully Jordan and I have bought the pre-sale tickets, so suck on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that unfortunately I think is going to be all the time we have today.
Oh yeah, you got to get to work.
I have to get to work.
You got to get to fucking work.
If you're somehow watching this 4 days in advance, come see me at the Lone Star Texas Grill. We'll be serving up tortillas all goddamn night.
All right. Well, thank you, Tom, for having me back on the show.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm very glad to have you back. Sorry for confusing people with bringing in someone who kind of resembled Jordan with the beard and
monotone voice.
Yeah,
but he was a good addition.
Yeah. But that's all we've got, and we will hopefully see you in the next few days. March Fatness Challenge, stay tuned.
The March Fatness Challenge. Hopefully we'll get a little weigh-in video soon, and we'll see just what these pipes can do.
We will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.